again with you.
How do I get started every morning? I don't drink coffee. It makes me wired. It makes me even more odd, and I feel a little too intense. Plus, my tummy doesn't feel too well when I drink it. So every once in a while, not every morning, I enjoy one of these unspecified cola beverages. I mean, they're not paying for the production of this documentary, but I enjoy having one of these every once in a while, and it kind of just puts me in the right place. You know, Robin gives me what I need to know. Or so you would think, but what I really need to know, when I really want to know the news of the world, the operation of our civilization, I go to the comic section. I can't get through my morning without my family circus. I'll tell you, what really bugs me is Funky Winkerbean. They're at Tony Montoni's Pizza here, and they're drying out comic books because this guy who has the comic book store, the store got flooded, and his inventory was destroyed. I don't find a lot of humor in it. WKRP ruined it for everyone, thinking that we didn't wear headphones in the studio, but we get feedback on the microphone through the speakers if we didn't have the headphones on. Interestingly enough, right this second, I cannot hear my own voice. And here we go! 97.3 KBCO REM, and a song written for the great comedian Andy Kaufman. It's Man on the Moon. 6:13. 37 degrees now here on fabled Pearl Street in Boulder. I get to work on Pearl Street every day, a fabled place, a magical place where all these wonderful, eccentric, Boulderite things happen. Why would I want to work or be any place else in the country besides right here on Pearl Street every morning? It's really one of the things that makes working here such a wonderful experience. This music is too intense. It's freaking me out, man. Crazy fiddle. I feel like my head's gonna explode from the intensity of Baba O'Reilly. And here we go. .3 KBCO, 6:28 on Thursday morning. The Who from Who's Next. Do you remember that album cover, Robin? With the monolith, and the members of the Who had done their business on the monolith. I had that album for years, and I had never figured that out. And my grandma saw it one day, and she said, "Wow, those guys had urinated on the monolith." I said, "Thanks, Grandma." And the image of my grandma describing that album cover haunts me to this day. I want you to meet the brains of the operation. I'm the brawn, but the brains of the operation is Chris Griffin, the producer of the BCO Morning Show.
How you doing?
Chris loves that T-shirt.
It's Tom Petty.
Tom Petty, who he worships. Now, for a while I thought that he wore the same T-shirt every day. It turns out that he has 20 of that shirt.
Identical shirts.
Oh, hi! This is my office here. This is where I make a lot of executive decisions. Should I open the Flakies box? Not open the Flakies box? One of my passions is The Simpsons. Actually, I have an autographed photo of Bart Simpson, Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson. I always keep that here at my desk. And I am a big fan of the show. I can hardly wait for the movie to be released later this year. And I mentioned earlier that I need a little bit of caffeine to get me going, but at the end of the show, there's nothing like popping open a can of Duff beer. It's soul refreshing, actually. That's how good it is. Duff beer. Don't drink any other kind, but the fictional kind. That's the best kind.
Hi, it's Chris. I'm Bret's producer, and when I'm not editing sound for the morning show, I'm reviewing manuscripts, looking for manuscripts. I get sent all these books. Every one of these authors wants to be interviewed by Bret Saunders on the morning show, whether they're coming to town or not. So that's sort of what's over here. and more books are even back here. As you may know, we interview a number of actors, and these video cassettes are electronic press kits for movies that have just been released or are soon to be released, hoping that we'll take a look at it like what we see and want to talk to somebody in the film. This is just a general collection of paperwork that I probably should be filling out and filing somewhere. And when Bret says there is a prize closet, well, guess what? There actually is a prize closet. Because you can never have too much land of the lost.
Hey, I want to show you something. I'll let you into the inner workings of my life and my mind. As you probably know, I'm an avid collector of sound. I love music, but I find it a little boring to say I have every Lynyrd Skynyrd album. So I've decided to take it a step further and collect multiple copies of only one album. And my current obsession is the Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith album. Now I have, as you can see here, I have somewhere between 8 and 12 copies of this disc. It's not because I'm worried that I'm going to wear them out, because as you can also see, I haven't taken the plastic off of them. It's because they're collector's items. I'm hoping someday, it's a distant dream at this point, to fill this whole shelf with the Revenge of the Sith. John Williams, the composer, genius.
No emails, unless they've just come in.
I got a couple of things.